Hello, class. Craig here. Just wanted to give you some guidance on obtaining sources for academic argument essay number 2. If you are going to go beyond the essays from our book, we've got quite a few to choose from, as you can see on the topics list page that I've included within the Canvas module. Also, we're currently, our reading for this week deals with how to conduct research. So I wanted to review that while I'm also conducting research with you on the MiraCosta website. The first step, or the first, if you would, step to conducting research according to rules of thumb, right, is to write first and research second. That's why we do our pre-writing and our outline first before we start thinking about our secondary sources, which we're going to examine from the lens of rhetorical analysis to shape our academic argument responses. So hopefully everybody has completed their pre-writing and outline, and you've chosen a type of stereotyping to focus on, whether that has to do with gender identity, sexual preference, racial identity, disability, discrimination, and stereotyping, right? You have lots of options to focus on when dealing with identity and stereotyping. So after completing your pre-writing and outline, hopefully you're feeling confident about possible topics to explore. And as the rules of thumb suggest, right, use a variety of sources so that you can narrow your questions, right, within those sources, right? So you have that variety to choose from, and then when you pick the sources that you're focusing on, you can narrow your questions more specifically to your rhetorical analysis of the sources and your academic argument responses. So, as we did for essay number 1, right, we want to look for reputable sources. What's the easiest place to do that? The MiraCosta homepage, right? So we start, click on library, that takes you to library. Click on databases, right? That takes you to the databases. Now, you could just search all of them, as I suggested for the first one, for academic argument essay 1, or my favorite, when you click on all subjects and you go down to news and controversial issues, that'll take you to news and controversial issues, right? And there's 23, but right at the top, the best bets. This is my favorite, Gale and Context, Opposing Viewpoints, right? So it will prompt you for your SURF ID. And I apologize for the login delay, but hopefully this gives you a moment to have a sip of water or something. So now that I am officially logged in, because I'm off campus, so it will ask you for your information to log in. When it pops up, obviously you can click on issue of interest if you want to focus on what their homepage issue is, because they always have a really interesting topic up there, hence the title. But issues of interest, interesting topics. But I like to just go right to browse issues. And as I listed on the assignment topic, there's a lot of possible links here when dealing with gender, identity, discrimination, and stereotyping. So hopefully everybody's feeling confident. Can you use Google Scholar if you want as well? Are there reputable websites on the internet? Absolutely. And follow the guidelines in our textbooks when you're searching the web for kind of focusing on specific terms. And I like that this particular Opposing Viewpoints website breaks down the issues into specific topics, right? Race relations, racial profiling. Again, for the first essay, I directed at everybody go click on vegetarianism, and those of you that did, I think found it very helpful. So whatever the issue is that you want to focus on, when you click on it, you have the initial page, which you can use as a source, which gives you information as well. And then you have the various, so let's start with media bias here, right? You have the various pages within the module. So you can click on read more, or you can go right down to the featured viewpoints. So I hope we're feeling good on how to conduct research, how to find resources, secondary sources for this essay, and how to navigate through the MiraCosta Library database. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, thanks for listening and watching.